हरि ओम. सदाशिव ब्रह्मेंद्र कीर्तना. स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे मानस, स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे मानस, स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे मानस, स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे. तापत्रय सागर मध्यान दर्पाहंकार विलज्ञान. तापत्रय सागर मध्यान दर्पाहंकार विलज्ञान. स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे मानस, स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे. विषय पास वेष्टित चित्तान विपरीत ज्ञान विमत्तान. विषय पास वेष्टित चित्तान विपरीत ज्ञान विमत्तान. स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे मानस, स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे. परमहंस योग विरोधान बहुचंचलतर सुख सिद्धान. परमहंस योग विरोधान बहुचंचलतर सुख सिद्धान. स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे मानस, स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे मानस, स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे मानस, स्थिरता नहीं नहीं रे. A very beautiful one. Sthirata nahi nahi re manasa. So the mind has no stability. Never it will have stability. So that is the nature of the mind. And what is man covered with? He is covered with egoism, with show, false prestige. So all these are the outer shields for man, and which do not allow him to recognize the real self. So with all these, man will never have stability. When man runs after fame, man runs after name, then all the time his mind will be running after the thoughts how to get name and fame in the world. So he will not have stability at all. In the same way, the happiness or joy what we get, it is a continual process. So 1 minute we are happy, the next minute we feel sad for something. Another thing, some things they give us utmost joy, some things they give us utmost sorrow. So in this way, if we happen to see both, neither the joy nor the sadness, neither the happiness nor the joy, sad, sorrowful state, both are not permanent. So one after the other, they go on moving like the spokes of the wheel, cycle wheel, isn't it? Chakravat parivartante, dukhanicha sukhanicha. So just like the spokes in a wheel, they go on moving again and again the same thing again, they come, they touch, again they move. So in the same way, this happiness or the joy, it touches us at one time, again it leaves us, again the sad, sorrowful state touches us, it leaves us. So when we can think about the real self, so who am I? If we can question to ourselves, who am I? So then the answer what we get. So who am I means then we say that if anybody asks our name with the physical existence, we can say that my name is so and so, I am so and so, I am a teacher, or I'm a doctor, I'm a professor, I'm a lawyer, like that, and I have a name. So I am, so the profession what I am doing is identified, and both are interlinked. But suppose when you go to the real self, the self is the Atma Chaitanya. So that the God that is living in us, that is making us do all the works, that is making us move around, that is making us think. So that is the real self, that is the Atma. Then we can say that when we know the state of the Atma, which is not at all perturbed by this happiness or joy or name, fame, status or wealth, all these. So because it is ever peaceful, it is ever blissful in its own state, So we are in the physical conscious world. In the physical world, we only think that all these are mine, and the name is mine, the fame is mine, the status is mine, the wealth is mine. So all these. So if we can know the real self, then we don't bother about these things. We only think of the self and live in the self. We dive in the self, we drown in the self, we enjoy the bliss in the self itself. So self is solitude. Self is not linked up with anything. It is beyond all these materialistic things. So here it is happy in its own state. It is it enjoys the bliss in its own state. Only we think that we are giving happiness to him, but to the soul, not him, to the soul. But in fact, the soul is not at all perturbed or touched by any of these. It doesn't have any ripples. All the ripples happen in the mind only, not in the soul. And because of the ripples in the mind, the heart gives responses. So the soul has nothing to do with all these things. So it's very beautifully he has described all these in a very small keerthana. Sadasiva Brahmendra is a great personality, outstanding personality of the golden era of devotees. So who drenched our soil with devotion. And the devotion in that devotion itself, they used to say that wisdom in a very simple way, very simple words. That is Sadasiva Brahmendra.